Welcome back to the Conspiracy Outpost, and tonight we'll discuss the question of why we haven't been visited by aliens, despite the vastness of the universe and the high probability of other intelligent life forms existing. This question has intrigued scientists, philosophers, and enthusiasts alike. Several theories attempt to address this paradox, and we're here to go through them with you today. I'm your host, Casey.
I'm damn dude, I almost said
I'm
I'm
Mike.
Matt. I'm Joe. You're Mike, I'm Joe. I'm
I think you
definitely not
said,
Matt.
Are you sure?
no, Matt's the older brother.
Fuck you. Dude, I'm all over the place. Why I don't know why I think I'm somebody else.
Who am I? That's the question that's
Uh,
Joseph's been trying to figure out all week.
yeah, I don't know who I am anymore.
Y'all are starting to cut into my drinking time.
I'm already on Joseph. Are you ready,
Yeah,
Joe?
he's trying to homelander some fucking breast milk. Some
Yeah.
cat breast milk. We were already talking about cats nursing and this motherfucker wants a little cat feed.
No, I'm like Homelander. I also like it from white trash people.
I thought you were gonna say from behind.
Yeah. I actually only get mine from Lebanese women.
Hey
Ah,
Joseph, do you know
Lebanese
what's
women.
funny with that alien?
Why is this not popping? Oh, there we go. Cool. What about it? Oh, you have that same alien? That's hella funny. Mike, I don't know if you see what I just posted on Casey's wall on Facebook.
That's great.
That's hella funny.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Damn, dude. Pervert. See, Mike, look, this is what I just put on his wall. Same exact fucking alien.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the
I,
little
I
statue.
love that he had it within reach too.
Yeah, it's right on my
Yeah,
screen.
you just yeah, that's what he uses. It's one of his jerk off things. He has that.
That's when the
Uh,
internet's down.
he has a bottle of fucking he has a bottle of lotion next to his thing. He has a rotisserie chicken. He has that little alien thing for 3D visual aid, and then a shitty fucking 280p fucking shitty pixely downloaded video of Starfire from Teen
Ole.
Titans downloaded on his phone for porn purposes.
this was a bottle of lotion.
Damn. You jerk off with Olay? That's okay.
Now I don't like using lotion because I feel like you have to keep reapplying it because it just absorbs into your skin and then
I'm
it's
gonna be
gone
real. I don't like it because it gets in my fucking.
and it
It
gets
gets in
between
the
my
old.
fingers.
Well, it gets in the good old hole and it burns me. It all burns me. I don't know why. I got a very sensitive head, guys. It gets in there and it's game over. There was actually one. Fuck, I don't even know what it was, but Anthony used to use this body wash or maybe it was shampoo, but it had like a minty like aspect to it, right? I don't know, but
Oh, the
anytime I
menthol
used
stuff.
it, yeah, I used it to. I think it might have been shampoo. I don't know. Given his
That's what my
head status,
shampoo
I
is.
don't think he has shampoo. I'm just kidding. I think this was back when he did have hair. It could have been a body wash. It was a long, long time ago, but I was using it, and that shit made it feel like my asshole and dickhead was smoking a menthol. Like it felt pretty good. It didn't feel bad, and I mean, it's the only thing that I can use body wash like on my dick, but it's like some of them burn the top of it. It's weird. I got a very sensitive dickhead.
Maybe you need to give it a break.
Just stop beating it like you're doing. It wouldn't have so many goddamn scratches on it. Looks like some. Were you rubbing this up against bark on a tree? What are you doing? So is the Fermi Paradox? Oh fuck.
Oh fuck.
I was wondering why that sounded familiar. Didn't dude bring it up in his book? The guy that we had on here, remember? Strange Encounters. Was that what the book was called?
Uh, yeah. What's his name? Something Bickernicks.
But yeah, it was Bicker Nicks. I just couldn't remember his first name.
Ah, what was his name?
That's so fucked up because we had a very nice conversation. I'm so bad with fucking names unless somebody repeats them to me multiple times.
I still don't know your name.
It's actually Jedediah, but I just shortened it to Joe because I don't want people to think I'm fucking donkeys.
I feel like it was Eric.
No, I think I'm one of the
Eric
only people
Bickernick.
that I've heard that calls you Joe. Everyone I've heard calls you Joseph.
Yeah, some people do call me Joe. Like Casey's brothers all call me Joe. I
Mm.
think Casey calls me Joe too, don't you?
He
Joe,
says Joseph.
Joseph, Blow. I
Yeah.
don't
Nine
know. Just
nine of
whatever
the
I'm in the
time he
mood
says
for.
Joseph.
I think Russell and Nikki both call me Joe.
Mm.
You
But
should
yeah,
use
Ed.
Nicky's name even more instead of Nick, just Knit.
I should do that. Do like
I always feel weird
thing. It's
calling him
like, well, I've
Nikki in
known you for so
public.
long that I figured we just kept dropping
We
letters over
just
the
keep
years.
pretty sure I'm just gonna call you that guy. I don't know. That's more letters, but
You're
I'm
gonna be
just
like,
gonna
"Hey,
call you
what's up,
N.
N?"
hey,
Yeah.
And then
what's
some
up,
black
N?
guy's gonna be next to him. What the fuck you say?
Ah, it's not what you think. His name is is his full name Nicholas or is it
Yeah, it's
just
Nicholas.
is it Nicholas? I've never called him that. I've always called him Nicky since we were kids, and I always feel weird saying it in front of a group of people because
I
it's
I
like I
brought
don't
it
know if he's gonna care.
when we put the band together. It was like the first time I hung out with him since high school. Like maybe like a couple times in between where I just ran into him somewhere. Um, and I heard people calling him Nick, and I was like, I actually asked him, I was like, "Do you prefer Nick?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, do you? So you don't want me calling you Nick?" He goes, "No, you've known me in school. It's fine." I was like, "I'll
Yeah,
do my best."
I didn't want to like bug him, but it's like it's the only thing I've ever called him was Nicky.
Yeah,
But I
and
mean I
that's what he
did it
says
because it
is like he tried to change it in high school, but everybody fucking knew him as Nicky.
yeah, that shit follows you if you grew up with the people,
Yeah.
which you typically do in schools if you're in the same town at least. Dude, back in when I went to Nelson, that's what I was thinking of. So if you got in trouble, you would have to help. I think his name was Dave, the janitor. I think that was his name.
Yeah,
Yeah, and this motherfucker, he would give you like hot dogs and shit, like
I
for
bet he
free.
would in
People,
his
To put in
janitor
your bed?
closet.
well, that's what like people would think that he was pretty cool because it's like, oh, sweet free hot dogs. But I was like, that's a very sexually suggestive. Hey, thanks for helping me today. He gives you a hot dog with a big ass grin on his face and winks at you. It's like, okay,
No
that's weird.
bun.
You're winking at me for this boiled hot dog. I'm just kidding. He
No
didn't
bun.
wink. No, I don't know if he. I mean, he always seemed like a really nice guy. Like when people got in trouble, they didn't seem to care that much because it's like because he would let people play like basketball and shit in the fucking cafeteria and other stuff, or at
Mm,
least fucking dribble balls and shit. Not
yeah.
his balls, maybe. I don't know.
That you know of.
Yeah, I think there was levels of getting in trouble. At the lowest tier, you got to play basketball and eat fucking free hot dogs, and then at like the worst, like the top tier of being in trouble, you had to fucking dribble his balls in your mouth and gargle his hot dog.
Uh,
No, he seemed like a pretty cool guy from what I can remember. Now watch if I type his name in now. He had a whole fucking sex
Sexual charge.
trafficking ring with the fucking teachers and shit.
there was a janitor at Nelson that got arrested.
Damn, dude. And if it was
I don't
Dave,
know. If,
that's not
I don't
okay.
know if it was the same guy.
They used to call him Dave Barricade because he would barricade you in the cafeteria and softly molest you. What the fuck does softly molesting mean? I think
Danny
it's friendly.
DeVito is up for playing Wario in Super Mario Bros. Movie 2.
Dude, I really fucking hope so. I love Wario and I love Danny DeVito. Wario is my favorite Mario character. Did you just get a notification for that?
No, it was sent to my group chat with my sisters.
Or do you
One of
guys
my
have a
sisters sent
Mario
it.
group? I'm just kidding.
No, the group is called Chaos Theory.
Oh shit. So that's a better name than some of the groups I'm a part of. Like I mean we have the Glizzy Outpost where we
I
talk
fucking
about
hate
hot
that
dogs.
group. I hate that group. I don't know why I haven't left it, but I'm pretty sure if I did, y'all just add me right back to it.
Yeah, we probably would. You got to be a part of it because it's a spawn off of the podcast. It's
Yeah, I know.
it's
But it's
crucial.
like for every 10 things, there's like one thing where I'm like, huh. And then there's a bunch of like, oh my god.
Our Snapchat group thing is called Brilliant Band of Bang Bros. That's a fucking that's a nice little alliteration. I'm also a part of one with Matthew Tang and my friend Alex called Vince McMahon Sympathizers, named by Matthew. We were talking
That's
about the case one day and or something, and then Matthew changed the name.
oh wow.
We we don't sympathize with him.
I've never had a
Maybe I don't really know the
Snapchat.
full case. I'm just kidding. And then you have I don't really know. I'm trying to think of other funny names. I guess there's not really a whole lot of other funny ones. What were we supposed to be talking about again here? The Fermi.
Fermi.
The Fermi Paradox.
It's about the paradox of when people say something is firm, but it's not. I think
Oh
we
god.
covered it.
It's actually the contradiction between high probability of existence of extraterrestrial civilizations and the lack of evidence for or contacts with such civilizations. Mr.
Well,
Guy. His
that was about
yeah, the Fermi paradox was named after the physicist Enrico Fermi, I believe is how you say his name. And the whole paradox can be summarized with one question: where is everybody? Tune in next week. I'm just kidding.
uh,
No,
speaking of where everybody. Where's Matthew?
that's what I was saying earlier. I was
he
like,
works in
Matthew,
the mornings, and Saturdays I believe he gets off late too.
Okay.
He'll be off like if he's off at his earlier time, like 3 o'clock. If not, then like 7.
what do you guys think there? We haven't seen any aliens or heard from any
I think
civilizations.
that they probably see us and they're like, look at those ugly fucks. Just look at them. And they look at us from a distance. They go, I don't want to get near that shit.
They just see Joseph. It was like, it's a planet of thumb people.
Fuck you.
Oh
And they're
god.
fucking toe people, and they don't get along historically.
Why can't we go to
Uh,
the thumb people planet? Just get back on the ship. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I think it's that we have been observed from a distance, and it's
Yeah,
uh
that it's not a fascinating fucking thing. That it's like, yeah, we know there's things out there. There's actually beings a lot closer to us than where you guys are at. I don't know.
The one
It's
that
not that
Mike was just
fascinating.
talking about falls under the zoo hypothesis. These are some theories that
yeah.
they say according to this theory, advanced extraterrestrial civilizations might know about us and choose to observe us from a distance, much like zookeepers watching an animal. It
They
says that
may
they might be trying to avoid direct contact to allow for natural development or to prevent cultural contamination.
yeah.
That would make
It's
sense.
it could be like Star Trek, the Prime Directive, you know?
So those
If they have the ability to travel, they probably have certain rules and laws. But then again, you get one cracked up fucking alien.
I think that's what Matthew would believe too. It's like they could probably like they could observe us, but why the fuck would they want to? I don't know. They don't need to make physical contact with us. They got that kind of technology. I mean, unless they want a hands-on fucking approach.
they already made physical contact with
Yeah, the
us.
Prime Directive is Starfleet General Order Number 1, the non-interference directive. Not supposed to make contact.
Where's that? Oh, here we go. Whoops, not that one.
Yeah, they went to Egypt and created giant sculptures of the butt plugs they use, pyramid shaped.
No, if you go on the messenger, I just sent you a
Yeah.
an actual thing about how
An alien butt fucks a monkey. Turns.
that's how our
Oh, fuck.
that's how we evolved. Alien come. No, but there's quite a few
That's one
different.
way you can come of age.
But there's quite a bit theories ranging from like what regular like not regular but like how would you say it? The more less I don't even know like scientists who are on the more normal base. We got some theories from them, and then we got some claims that are pretty wacky, and it's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
cool though.
it's like we're not talking about we're talking about fucking conspiracy theories. There's some wacky shit out there all the time. And to think that some of these wacky conspiracists aren't coming up with their own theories and putting them out there, yeah,
I can throw one out there for you right now. Let's see.
do it.
There's a there's one there's a theory called reality manipulation, and alien. They this theory suggests
So
that aliens
essentially, they
might
have
have.
like a neuralizer kind of.
Well, they have the ability to manipulate reality itself, creating,
Okay.
altering events and phenomena in ways that are indistinguishable from natural occurrence or even impossible for us to perceive.
Hmm. But you have to have the reality stone to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also, like what you were just saying, like the neuralizer, there's also another theory for that aliens might visit us regularly but erase our memories or to alter our perceptions to prevent us from realizing their presence.
Yeah.
That way they can
If you really want
study
to go
us
like
without influencing our development.
yeah, if you really want to go kind of deep into both of those things that you just brought up, you can also think about Mandela effects, changes in reality or changes in our own memories. You know.
I wonder if that was like the like Mandela effect or like when you get deja vu or
Yeah.
um obviously dreams, you know. Cuz I don't unless they gave you a lobotomy, I don't know if they could wipe your
If you
memory
wouldn't have,
completely.
yeah, there'd be Dreg's laughter, little whispers.
But back to our the more mainstream theories for this paradox. There's one called the Great Filter. Oh no, actually, let's not start with the Great Filter. Let's do the rare Earth hypothesis because it's like the most popular one. Um, this theory suggests that while mic- micro, fuck, I can't fucking talk today.
Microbiomes or microscopic organisms.
Yeah, microbial. I was, I can't, I just couldn't talk, man. Microbial life might
Microbial.
be microbial. There we go. Fuck. Okay, so the Earth hypothesis suggests that. Can you say that word again?
Microbial.
Microbial life might be common in the universe. The emergence of complex, intelligent life is extremely rare. Earth like planets with the right conditions for complex life might be few and far between. That's like one of the most
That one.
popular theories.
Well, yeah, it's popular because we haven't seen any. We've seen evidence that there could be life on other planets, but we haven't really seen evidence that there could be intelligent life. I mean, most recently we did do the Hubble, or one of our fucking telescopes picked up something that looked like a planet had lights. I think. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, they said well it
It was a
wasn't
ray.
I don't think it was lights. I think it was putty like if you were to look at Earth from a distance, the way
Mm-hmm.
that the our Earth is like it's kind of like lights, but it's like they were able to detect like there was extra going on over there, you
Yeah.
know.
They're
And I
being
think
extra.
So
I don't think that was with the Hubble. I think that was with our new one, the
yeah.
James West one. Is it
Yeah,
James
but
West
so
telescope?
we've had stuff like
I
that, but
wish
we
it
have
was called
nothing to
the.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
we
gonna
have
say I wish it was.
nothing to confirm that
Oh, James
it's
Webb, not West.
intelligent. We can confirm that there is life based off of certain factors on a planet because we know that life we
I
found
think it was
fucking
like the carbon output that they were able to
yeah.
see. I'm not
Casey, I
really
think
sure. I did see the article you were talking about, but that was a
Yeah.
while ago, so I can't remember exactly
Yeah,
what they were
I
doing.
read it and it was a while ago, so it was just I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then
it was
I found
actually
out
a whole
until just
planet
now.
raving It's like it's a whole planetary fucking event where they're just all raving, and it's not ecstasy they use. It's called moon blow. And they just like use that shit out there.
Why? Because it makes you blow to the moon. Like
Exactly.
sexually? It's like, no, like your
Just
mind,
like-
dumbass. I was like, oh, nah, I don't want it then.
I don't know.
It make you feel like you're floating on the moon.
It was one of
That'd be
those
pretty
things
dope.
from Rick and Morty where they kept hitting planets that were about to get destroyed for their like before the world end parties.
What's
Damn.
that? What's that? When he sends Aperdolf Linklin, uh,
Winkler,
Morty,
yeah.
and then Linkler, yeah, Morty and what's her face? The sister. I can't remember the sister's name.
Summer.
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 Summer's friend out, and they went to go get those crystals, and then he's like, "Oh, he got him," and he just breaks them up and snorts them. Aperdolf Aperdolf Linkler gave us life.
Oh man.
That shit's hella funny. I would do some
It is.
space crystals. Some space drugs. Um,
Yes, sir.
Another hypothesis is the grape filter theory. Have you guys heard of that one?
Did you say great filter or grape?
Great.
It's a great filter. They're actually filtering out anything that has grapes from the
It
rest of
sounded
things.
like he said grape. I was like, what the
You
fuck?
see, grapes died out on their planet, and they don't they don't know how to figure out how to get grapes again. So they put it through the grape filter, and they found planets that still have the fruit. And luckily, we were like one of three. Weirdly,
They're like, we have our last grape. This is our final hope to find the vintage
and then
wines.
they took some some vines, and they were gonna come back, but then they seen, I don't know. They just decided it wasn't wise.
So
to
the
come back.
great filter. No.
grape, the grape.
But this theory
They were probably
suggests
pissed. Could you imagine that though? They're just like, "What? We weren't shoving stuff." It's like, "Oh yeah, what's this on TV?" We weren't probing people's assholes. We went down there to get some vines. I probed an ass. Okay, Phil probed one ass, but we went down there for grapevines. Like, what's- you know, we can't be leaving our
Probed
fingerprints
one
on things.
ass. He's like, well, Phil's just like, oh, well, it wasn't just one. We
Phil,
probed multiple
shut up.
asses. It's like, I probed a lot of asses. Get it right. Why? I don't know. You'd try it.
Okay, we went on a grape frenzy. We were eating a bunch of grapes. One guy caught us. Phil was like, man, it was wilding out a little bit because we found something called grape wine. So we were
Hey.
drinking that. He decided, hey, you know, it'd be funny if we pinned this guy down in his own hallway of his household, right at the 20 feet from where his wife slept, and shoved grapes up his ass. See, now maybe we could get in there without popping any of them. What, Phil? There was two. What? There was two grapes that didn't pop. What? You're both in trouble. How? They're all dismissed. Leave your badges at the door. They all leave it, all walking away with their heads down. How? How? What? How? How? What? How did you get them in there without popping them? We peeled the skin off of them. Didn't think about that. Get out of here, you little scamps. I don't know.
Jake is just like 3-star chef, just peeling fucking grapes.
While they have a guy's mouth stuffed with a whole thing of grapes on the ground, just staring at his room, trying to get to his wife, while one guy holds him down and the other one's peeling grapes, inserting them into his ass.
I was what you just said when you're like, "Oh, give me your badge" or whatever. It reminded me because I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and
Good show.
Oh, dude, I've been watching that. I'm on the second season, like episode 20.
You're actually the reason why I started watching it because you said you were watching. I was like, man, I want to watch it again, and so I was on the second season actually, and it's when Jake gets suspended. For,
Oh yeah.
doing
He's
meth.
like,
Or not doing meth, but accused of doing meth. He's like, I'm gonna give you my. He's like, I'm gonna slam my gun and badge on the desk. He's like, actually, I don't take your gun
gotta
and
go-
badge. You have to go downstairs and fill out form 134-J.
that shit was a whole funny. And then he was when he afterwards when he gets his badge back or whatever,
Yeah.
or some shit like that. He the fucking the captain or whatever the fuck gives him the shit so he can do it or whatever. He's like,
Yeah,
let's go march down to City Hall or whatever. I don't know. He goes on that.
he's like, I don't have your gun or badge. You have to go back down to the basement, fill out form 134J. He's like, can you just do it so I can say the system sucks? So he take off his own badge and gives his gun. Here's your badging gun. The system sucks.
Wasn't he saying something about like marching down to City
Yeah,
Hall or
he's
some
get
shit?
out of my office.
I fucking love the Captain Holt or whatever. He's hella
Dude, he
funny.
died.
Did
Yeah,
he?
I know. I heard about that. I was like, that's sad
Uh,
as fuck.
Yeah.
But
But
I
yeah,
love
he's
the way
amazing in that show.
he was one of the fun. Like honestly, to me, one of the funniest characters aside from fucking Andy Samberg
Yeah.
and what's his name Boyle or whatever.
Oh,
His
yeah,
yeah.
Boyle's funny.
He's funny as fuck to me because he was
Fucking
always wrong about shit. He says something, he's like, "No, why?" like he's always. Yeah, I just started
or
watching
him
it.
always like wanting to say things and it just sounds fucking super sexualized,
Mhm.
but he's just oblivious to it.
I was laughing when because one of the
Here's your
characters.
STD.
Oh yeah, that
To save the date.
We called it
the
giving
save
each
the
other
date.
roadhead.
Oh, and what's her name? She comes in with
Gina?
a pink shirt, and he's like, "Is it?" But they were all like, "Oh,
Oh,
nobody's
Amy,
gonna make."
yeah.
It's like nobody's gonna make fun of her for having a pink shirt or whatever. And it's like
Oh,
you guys told me
Rosa, yeah.
whatever.
Sorry,
Oh
I was
yeah,
saying.
Rosa, yeah. And then they were talking. He said about how they were calling him Mr. Grape or whatever the fuck it was, and then everybody just started
Yeah.
bagging on him.
See, I thought you were about to talk about the part where Amy comes in and they're wearing the same outfit. She goes, "Why does it look better on you?"
Oh man.
My favorite episode will forever be the one where he sprains his wrist and he walks in. He's like, everyone's like discussing how he broke his wrist or sprained his wrist, and he comes out of his office. He's like, I hear you speculated about the nature of my injury. He's like, I tripped on an uneven sidewalk, and then he walks up to Jake and he like whispers to him. He's like, do you really want to know how I sprained my wrist?
Yeah, he was. And he was like,
I
"Why would
was
you
I
tell
was
me this?"
hula
He's like,
hooping. Me and Kevin do a class every weekend. He's like, I mastered all the moves. He's like, what? He's all big on a smile. He's like, why are you telling me this?
yeah, but
Because no
he's
one
like,
will ever believe you.
"Believe
You
you."
sick son of a
And
bitch.
he shows him all the fucking videos. That shit had me laughing hella hard because he's like, because nobody will ever believe you. Just
I
deletes them.
fucking
When he
I
said that,
love that.
when he's like, when before he said, "Why are you telling me all this?" He's like, he's like, I mastered all the tricks, even the oopsie doodle.
It's just like, oh, it's hella funny because he really does pull him to the fucking side. Because nobody will ever believe he deletes the fucking picture. It's just to torture him. Oh, God. Dude, it's such a great show. Like, I tried to start it a few different times and couldn't get into it. It takes me a while. The first episode to anything, I'm not really
Yeah.
sold on.
Also,
There's
with
like
a lot,
few shows,
yeah,
but
a lot of
I
with
just
those
started.
type of
Oh, like the TV comedies like that
well,
or
with like
sitcom.
ensemble cast comedy type
Mhm.
stuff, it takes them a little bit to kind of get the flow of how the characters should be
Yeah,
usually.
they get the groove in. Like they kind of abruptly. It's like, oh hey, Peralta and whatever the secretary's name is, their childhood friends. It just seems like
Gina,
they just
yeah.
abrupt. Yeah, they just bring that up randomly, and then it flows so well like later, but they kind of just abruptly bring it up.
Well, I think they did that because those two are actually childhood friends.
Oh really? I didn't know
Like,
that.
yeah, yeah,
There's not
they
a
knew each.
single character in that show that I just don't like. Like I don't know. There's a lot of shows where there's characters that like bug me,
Yeah, the
but
only
I actually
person that kind of bugs me just because they can be a little over the top sometimes is Gina.
she can be. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't dislike the character as a thing.
Do you guys
Yeah.
hear that? I'm shredding my spanky. I'm never dancing again.
Dude, she's married to Jordan Peele.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
yeah,
It. I guess it makes sense.
they're both funny.
I, don't- I, yeah, they're both funny. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's their chemistry. They're both funny, and that's the only thing that I care about. I don't know. I don't care if
They
they're
also both seem
compatible
a
at
bit
any other
weird,
level.
so there's that.
And they both like anal. I'm just kidding.
I know.
And now, according to all my videos, that's what it says. Those fucking.
Uh,
It takes me forever to try to get the word anal to work in those fucking AI speech things. Every fucking time.
You guys,
and
Oh
now
yeah,
that we're back on anal, the Fermi Paradox.
Uranus. Let's talk about Uranus. All right, we'll just talk about the universe itself.
but the great filter theory, that's what we were talking about. And we kind of spiraled off into grapes and then
A
TV.
good spiral though.
Yeah. But this theory suggests that there's a stage in evolution that is extremely unlikely or difficult to surpass, and this stage could be before, during, or after the emergence of intelligent life. If the great filter is ahead of us, it might explain why we haven't encountered advanced civilizations, because they might not survive long enough to make contact.
Mm,
And I've heard of
that
that
is
theory
actually a
before,
really good theory.
which is actually pretty cool. Like we advance so far, and then we just all just die off, and it resets our like everything resets.
Well, if you believe in those ancient apocalypse shit that we talked about, then it's happened once already.
Well, yeah. So yeah. That's a good example. The ancient apocalypse theory. I forgot about that. That was a good.
Yeah, one of my
That's a good.
favorites that we've done. It's interesting.
I wish I could get Graham Hancock on, but that motherfucker never responds to me.
I don't think he would like us very much.
He went on Rogan.
Yeah, but Rogan can pull it back when he needs to.
Rogan looks like a toe.
You haven't seen him go on fucking Andrew Santino.
Who, Joe Rogan?
No, fucking
No, Graham
Graham
Oh,
Hancock.
Hancock, and then or like any other like
Why the fuck did
very
it thumbs up on my video? Like
very comedic based, more than factual based type thing. You know.
that was a community little. That's the whole reason why I went to this school, because that guy.
did you guys see the trailer for Donald Glover's new movie?
No.
I didn't know he had a
Uh,
new movie coming out.
yeah, it's called Brando. I think he's like a singer, and I don't. It seems like there's. I thought it was like a apocalypse movie. It's him, this lady, and a kid all left on an island, and he's like a singer, and she's like, what can he can't do anything or some shit. Like he's not like a survivalist person. It's his last Childish Gambino album is for that movie. It might not be Brando. I think it is. Maybe not.
I'll check it out after the pod.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be good. Anything with Donald Glover is good. Bando Stone and the New World, Brando. Bando Stone and the New World is a fucking thing. The
Damn,
fuck
that's a
thing
way
Brando
different.
from? That
Is
was
someone?
weird.
Hold on one sec.
Is somebody trying to break into my impenetrable fortress?
No, it sounded like someone was knocking, but there's another like theory that kind of falls into the ancient apocalypse kind of theory too for this for the Fermi paradox. It's called the self-destruction hypothesis. Advanced civilizations might inevitably destroy themselves before they reach a stage where they can explore, communicate across the galaxy. This self-destruction could come from nuclear war, environmental collapse, or other technological mishaps. So that one kind of falls in the same kind of deal, you know.
Yeah. I
The,
like this episode so far. I didn't know what Fermi Paradox was. I thought it was gonna be some weird fucking government thing like you always have. I was just like, oh, this is a lot of information and dates to remember.
Back
I,
in 1901, Christopher Reed. No,
President Nixon was finger banged by an alien. Ronald
I'd let
Reagan.
an alien finger blast me.
There was actually an
long fucking
orgy.
fingers, man.
There's actually an orgy at Bohemian Grove that involved 3 Greys and one fucking. I don't remember the other
3
alien.
graves and 1 commander in chief.
little green men and three grays.
The little green men. There's always this one that a lot of the theories turn back to simulation. Our reality is
Everything
obviously,
fucking goes back to simulation because it's an easy fucking out for a lot of conspiracies.
yeah, that's basically we're in a simulation and there are no the extraterrestrials that are
Yeah,
they are
nothing needs fucking proof or backup if you just like, well, we're in a simulation.
but it makes a lot of sense with a lot of things though. Like it
Does it
ties a
though?
lot of theories together.
Does it though?
It does. Mike. I'd say so. I don't know. Simulation would be cool though. I did like when we had what's his face on? Uh God, I'm spacing everybody's names today.
The only two people we've ever had on
Mark
here.
Sargent.
Mark
Mark
Sargent,
Sargent.
yeah. No, we've had other people on, haven't we? We had 3, I think.
We've only had two, haven't we? We've had Mark Sarge twice, and then we've had
Oh yeah, that's right.
Bickernick
We've
once.
hit up a lot of people.
We've
Or
hit up
Casey
several
has.
people, and the only people that want to guest star is our childhood friends
I
and
did
adult
we
friends.
did try to get that guy who lives on uh the lake to come on, but he said he didn't want to come on. I think we just fucking wrecked him in the
Oh,
on the
We
we
were
did.
episode
We did wreck him.
for absolutely no reason because he said he just
Oh,
didn't
there
other
want
was
to
a
than
be on.
reason
other
because
than
he
we're a
didn't want to
bunch
be
of
on
fucking
here.
assholes
He didn't
that
want to be
talk
on here, and
very
that's what
wild.
happened. Dude, our beliefs shift depending on your response. Okay, so if you want to be on here, we're nice. If you don't want to be on here, then fuck you and your theories.
There's a we don't need to get into simulation theory because everybody knows what simulation
We've
theory
done
is.
we've done that like 6 times now.
Yeah, if you wanna hear about how we're in a simulation, go join a simulation theory or go watch our episode with Mark Sargent part 2. He gets into the
Well, Mark
simulation side.
part 1, part 2 with Mark Sargent, or our simulation episode.
Yeah,
Is
that's
his full
us.
name Mark Sargent?
I don't know if that's his actual name or if it's just his online name, like his personality name.
Didn't
But I
ask.
pretty
Figured it'd be rude.
Oh, it
What's
is
your real
Sargent.
name?
I've been just saying Mark Sarge. Is that what he goes by?
Well, that's what you say. You're the
I
only
mean, I
person I've
guess
heard
that's
that
what I'm gonna
says that.
call him. Mark Sarge. I might be the only person that says that. Huh. Weird. Well, he's a very nice dude.
he invited me to go one of his chat
Convention.
up things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't go because you're a piece of shit.
Nah, I couldn't make it because yeah, I'm pretty sure we're doing a podcast that day too.
You're like, I
Yeah.
couldn't make it because I've spawned little me's and I can't fucking get out of my house.
There's another theory, the infrequency of intelligent life. Um, this one says that intelligent life might exist, but it's extremely spread out across the vast distances of the universe, giving the limitations of current technology and speed of light. It might be nearly impossible for civilizations to communicate or travel these distances.
That's
What,
completely
what,
believable because the places that we've seen that might have life, not even intelligent life, are extremely far away to where we couldn't make contact with them even if we tried. You know?
I don't know how, like, even if we do one day are able to travel the speed of light, like, I don't know if the humans can withstand that G force
Yeah.
because they already have G force problems with pilots, flying too fast and dipping down too much and stuff. But I
It would
want
have to be a really intense like fucking technology to counteract that.
like it, yeah, like you'd have to have like a gravity field around your thing to
Something
make it so you'd stay stable or
or some
something.
type of like Newton's cradle type thing. I don't fucking know.
That's why I like the wormhole stargates like things more plausible because that'd be a lot cooler if you can just
Yeah,
pop
just
through
opening up portals.
yeah and just go through a portal real quick and it's just like you're like seamless, like you're in
Hmm.
one area and you just phase to another. That'd be cool. I think that's the way that
I think that the
we
only
need to
way
be.
we'd be able to make contact is sending like some kind of fucking message through.
Well, we
We'd never
did.
be
We
able to send a person. But yeah, but it's like again, we're it's gonna take a long time to get to them. It's gonna take a fucking long time to get back. So it's not gonna be ever in our fucking lifetime. The fucking our sun might fucking give out before we get that message back.
Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Ow, you bitch.
Okay.
Yes, I swear someone's knocking on the door and fucking with me. Um, there's another theory too that says there's aliens may have different modes of like communication. So like they might be trying to communicate with us, but we cannot detect or understand their form of communication. Or they might be communicating using technologies or signals that are beyond our current um, technological stage that we're in right now,
Mm-hmm.
which could be happening. But like, I feel like when people think of like intelligent life, they always think that like no matter what, if they're on another planet, they're going to be an advanced civilization. Like they're going to be like we don't know if we're going to run into a planet of cavemen or rock people
Yeah.
or like we don't know. That's why I think like people's expectations are well, unless there's actually like space traveling entities, and that'd be cool. But
I'd fall under. I'm just skimming through shit here.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
if
other
you
the
if
other
you touched on it, but cosmic silence, where extraterrestrial civilization might be like purposely avoiding communication to reduce the risk of attracting hostile entities.
oh
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of like the dark forest theory.
Oh, is that what? Sorry, some of the I'm skimming through shit, and so I might have blacked out on some of the shit that you said there, because I was just trying to like.
No, I haven't talked about that one next. That was the next on my list. But that
Oh,
sounds that sounds like the dark forest hypothesis because that one's the idea that civilizations avoid broadcasting their presence to avoid being detected by potentially destroyed by others. So they think it's unwise that we just sent like literally coordinates to our planet
Yeah.
and
It could like even if there was intelligent life that made it out to us, once they've observed us and seen how our weapons have developed, they might not have developed weapons the same way we have. So they might be like, "Oh, I don't want to fucking mess with this planet."
that'd be yeah. I mean, I don't think our weapons are too advanced. I mean, they are advanced in our eyes, but like would say like an advanced civilization. I'm
well,
just
But
I'm
it,
just
a
imagining people with
civilization.
like blasters and stuff.
Well, people
yeah,
that didn't
it's
use
just how
nuclear warfare and their fear of radiation, like, like people that evolved like a different way and then go like a route that like leaves fucking I don't know. You know what
But
I'm
why
trying to
would you
say?
have a fear? Why like if you're already a space traveling species, why would you have a fear of radiation? Because you already have that understanding because there's
Yeah,
radiation in
I
yeah.
space.
didn't think. Look, I didn't think about that until after it came out of my mouth. All right.
But maybe
No,
maybe
my my
they're
thought being
advanced
that
in. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe they are like in advanced like they have more advanced technology, but like they don't understand like radiation and stuff like that. Like we have that understanding, but they don't. But they have
Yeah.
like a more technical understanding that we don't have.
Their fucking stuff could be their bodies could be more susceptible to radiation too, and the fact that we
Isn't
do
there like a
use
lot
like
of radiation in
nuclear
space?
bombs, it
No.
might be like a
Yeah.
thing where they're just like fuck that, you
That
know.
sounded. I realized that sounded dumb when it came out of my mouth. I said,
No, I mean like not all like we're
so fucking
assuming that
biased right now.
everybody like we're assuming that everybody has the same like that's what I
Oh,
try to
I
explain to
don't
Matt
assume
too.
that at all. I completely assume that their technology would progress in a different way than ours would because
Yeah, you
Yes,
go
it,
ours
different. You
progressed
go
because it
different
was
routes, dude.
yeah
Everything is like a butterfly effect. If we went back in time and introduced like a certain thing at a certain time, things would have evolved a different way, different pace, different fucking whatever the fuck. Like okay, so I was listening to I was listening to a podcast recently of the Gainesville Ripper, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
Time Suck, the podcast, Dan Cummins, really good fucking podcast. He was
Stop
talking
plugging
about.
other people's podcasts.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I
I'm
do it
kidding.
a lot. Stop plugging other people. So he was talking about how
Plug them. I don't
the
No,
care.
yeah,
guy
that was a
the guy
joke.
who
Keep
made
plugging.
the guy who made Scream based it off of the Gainesville Ripper,
Wes
and
Craven. Or, no, I don't think he wrote it. I think he was just the director.
well, the guy who made Scream apparently made Dawson's Creek.
Oh,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look him up because this is
Damn.
so if this guy was stopped sooner, I forget the details. Um,
Tried to attempt to
Hold
murder
on.
his father in 1990.
Who?
The Gainesville Ripper.
Oh, the
Danny
Gainesville. Yeah,
Rowland.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. This guy fucking. He thought he was like a fucking outlaw and everything else. His dad was a piece of shit. Like his dad, like a big piece of shit. He shot his dad between the eyes, and his dad lived.
damn.
Yeah, like this motherfucker was like crazy. So fuck. I can't find the fucking thing. So the guy who did a Scream or whatever based it off of the Gainesville fucking Ripper, and he also made I think it was Dawson's Creek.
Mm.
It was
Dude,
yeah, yeah,
I've
okay,
never
so
heard of this guy before.
oh, the Gainesville Ripper.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
so
dude,
funny. Just imagine the dad
he was
visiting him in.
murdering fucking college women, including one
Imagine
that
the
worked
dad just
at the police
visiting him in
station.
prison. He's like, "You can't do anything right. You couldn't even kill
Meanwhile,
me, little bitch."
Meanwhile, this motherfucker it broke out of fucking jail several times. Like this guy, he would rob banks, but or no, rob banks. He would rob places, but at the same time, is also murdering women and shit. And he got in trouble so many times over the robberies and not over the fucking murders. For
Dude, that's
even
how it
yeah,
usually starts with like killers. Is it starts with B&Es.
yeah, but he would just like it was just like creepy shit. Like I think it was a couple he knew. They looked and the guy was standing over their bed, and then he was just like, "Don't really got good joke like not very good security here, do you?" or some shit like that because he was supposed to come and work on something at their place, security system. I don't remember what the fuck it was, and I just listened to this like a week ago, I think.
Dude, Dennis Rader he worked on security systems.
Oh, so
That's
I mean that
BT.
makes sense.
That's
That's
BTK.
oh okay. Um, I mean, it makes sense because then you know the ins and outs of people's places. But yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, one girl, because I think she worked at the police department. I could be wrong. I can't remember. They went looking for her head was cut off, and her head was like on the shelf or something, pointed at the body. Like it's just crazy shit. And he
That's
would put him
wild.
in sexually suggestive like fucking positions and everything. I think
I'll be
it
right
was
back.
Dawson's Creek though. That the guy made. The point is, if they would have caught him for whatever shit, I forget the details. Man, I'm botching this whole thing. But Dan Cummins was talking about how it's crazy, like the butterfly effect. If he would have whatever, then Scream would have never got made, which means Dawson's Creek would have never got made. It's just like it's crazy, like how these things relate to these real life fucking horrific events, and
Yeah.
how if the guy was stopped, neither Scream or Dawson's Creek would have never been made.
Yeah.
I think it's Dawson's Creek is what I'm thinking of. I'm trying to find it and I can't fucking Scott Foley? No? Who the fuck? It don't matter. If anybody wants to know, they just need to listen to the Gainesville Ripper podcast from fucking Dan Cummins. Time Suck from Dan Cummins. Gainesville Ripper. The shit was brutal. Gainesville, Florida. Yeah, but yeah, the guy's dad was a piece of shit. He used to beat his mom and everything else, and then he finally got into it with him, and he fucking shot his dad between the eyes, and the motherfucker lived. The couple that he was standing over their bed, they were trying to
Yeah,
like calm him
it
down.
was Dawson's Creek. The guy
Dawson's
who
Creek.
did it is I just went to the Scream IMDb page and went down in the writers stuff. The guy's name's Kevin Williamson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, and so Scream was based off of apparently the Gainesville Ripper shit.
Hmm.
Or that was one of the inspirations for him. Yeah, this guy fucking he he kind of like I guess this all started because dude, one of his friends when he was a kid, showed him where he could peep on some girl, like showed him peeping on some girl taking a shower or something, and then he just got really into that, and then eventually it evolved into fucking more horrific shit.
Hmm.
But this couple that he fucking just appeared in front of their bed, he fucking they kind of tried to talk him down, told him that he should call the hospital, see if his dad's okay. His dad was okay, which is fucking insane that he was shot between the eyes and still lived. I think his dad was also a cop, unless
Hmm.
I'm mixing that up with another fucking killer thing. I might be mixing that up with another serial killer thing. I don't remember. But yeah, it was just fucking. It's insane. The guy's story. A lot of these people's stories are insane. I was listening to the Ed Gein's one. That one was surprisingly boring. Like that one
Yeah,
is
he's
not as crazy as you
the
fucking like
the
people
thing
think it is.
the thing about him is what the the thing that makes his stuff weird was that he made furniture out of stuff.
Yeah, that's what he did with the bodies
But
was
he was
horrific.
more
But
of a grave robber than a killer. He didn't kill a lot of
yeah,
people.
that's what I
Who?
didn't know until a few Ed Gein.
Gain.
We
Oh.
were talking about we were talking about yeah. I just froze up there, dude. I'm so fucking tired. Ed Gein, he because we were talking about like just crazy serial killer stuff. Ed Gein is always fucking. So many things are inspired off of his fucking shit. But he was more of a grave robber than anything. Like
Yeah.
what he did with the bodies was the crazy part.
I
I
think what
think
it was is at the
what
time
they were
because
saying is he didn't even have enough bodies that they know of that even would make him seem like a serial killer, like defined as like a
yeah,
yeah.
what it was at the point in time when that happened, like it was very well like publicized,
Hmm.
and it was like one of the first ones that was like that. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah, and it's one of two things in that little town that was like a big fucking deal. The other one
Yeah.
being this feud between these guys. I can't remember the details about
Hmm.
where they fucking dragged him out and hung him or killed him or something. I don't remember, but there's only two notable things outside of that tiny town, but that being one of them, especially what he did with all the body parts. I mean, fucking vulvas in a fucking bag. I wrote a song referencing that, but like vulvas in a bag in the fridge and fucking everything else.
Yeah.
And the fact that this guy had what was it, body dysmorphia, whatever you call it, the dysmorphia or gender dysmorphia, whatever it was. He, I think, by all means, wanted to be a woman. He made a
Hmm.
woman's suit and would tuck
Yeah.
his parts into it and he would stroll around his property at night staring at the stars and shit. Like he wanted to be a woman. That I'm not saying that people that are transgender all want to rip people apart and make skin suits out of them, but it's just that he had issues with his mother and he had issues. His mother fucking taught him at a young age that it was you know, women are sluts and everything else pretty much, like women are like most just like really bad fucking values. He probably already had mental issues. He wanted to be his mom pretty much too. He wanted to be a woman, and
Yeah.
that just
Just
all
like
made it.
watch Psycho
Yeah,
and uh
uh,
and
and
Silence of the Lambs. You'll get a good
yeah,
picture of it.
yeah, and that's yeah. But he wanted to be a woman. He went about it the wrong way. Grave Robin. Then he killed, I think, a woman. Was she a
Yeah.
prostitute? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, he wore a skin suit. And fucking Buffalo Bill. None of this has anything to do with it. But yeah, because we were talking about I don't know. I brought up that thing for a reason about the guy who made Scream.
Dude.
If nothing ever happened with the Gainesville like Ripper, like everything leading up, we wouldn't have had Scream and Dawson's Creek. It's like a butterfly
Dude.
effect.
So when you said the Buffalo Bill thing, all I could picture was
Would you fuck me?
yeah, but
I'd
the
fuck
Goodbye
me.
Horses song that plays
Oh
right
yeah,
then, but like that same song just in like an old ragtime style.
dude.
I
I'm
uh,
always
just
I always think of Joe Dirt where they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. that happened to you. He's like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I love when he's like asking for the magazine and he gets mad. Oh my god! Or like he gets mad, brings it down. You just say it, don't spray it. It's like you got the.
Look, I put the lotion on my skin. Can I get my auto trader now?
That scene is fucking classic. He was like, whatever, and he's getting frustrated with him is the funniest fucking part because it's like he's meeting his demands for the fucking thing.
Hey, little old Joe Dirt's down in this hole.
Yeah, apparently he was gonna wear you like a Joe Dirt.
Trench
Yeah, that's
coat.
sick, man. Hey, can you tell me anything about what? Like he didn't really care about that. Yeah, man, that's sick. Can you tell me about? Oh my god, dude, I've never watched that second one, and I don't want to because I'm afraid it's gonna ruin the first one.
It's
That was,
worth a watch.
is it like time travel shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's why I was like, they're bringing like weird elements into it, but I don't know. Is it funny?
It's funny. Like it's worth a watch. Like I said, it's not the greatest, but it's worth a watch.
I was
I've only ever heard bad things about it, so I'm just like, I just never got to watch it.
Mm.
because it was on
It's not. It's definitely not as good as the first one. It's
it
not
was
even
on
that good of a
fucking
movie. But
it was
it's
like a
like if you
Crackle
like the
release or some
character,
shit. Yeah, it's like a Crackle release or some shit. One of those free
yeah, it
fucking
was. I
streaming
watched it
things.
when it came out on
Yeah,
Crackle.
they were watching
And then
it
it's on
over.
Hulu right now, or it was recently.
What's it called? I because we're gonna plug another podcast. This is important. The Workaholic guys. Uh,
Again,
yeah, like I do all the time. Kyle Newacek, the guy, the other guy, or whatever, he's been gone, and I just assumed it was for some project. I didn't
he's
know.
probably
I
been
mean,
working on the final season of What We Do in the Shadows.
yeah, he was. They wrapped that up, but he's gone
Yeah,
again, and I was like, yeah, because he's been talking about the farewell shit and all that stuff.
I
Everybody being
just watched that
emotional.
entire show recently, like within this month. And it's so good, so
Yeah,
fucking
I
funny.
need to watch it because I know originally it was Taika Waititi's like thing, and then
Yeah,
it got turned to a yeah, and then Kyle Newacek took Kyle Newacek did the show thing. I didn't know though. Kyle Newacek is directing. He's been gone because he's directing. God damn it, what's it called? Uh, Happy Gilmore 2, that movie.
oh,
And I
nice.
was
Then
like,
that
yeah,
movie's
and I was
probably gonna be
like,
pretty good.
yeah, that's what I was like. It's probably gonna be shitty. And then I heard Kyle Newacek's been gone from the podcast because he's directing that. I was like, then it's gonna be fucking good because he did well. Him and the Workaholics guys, they all made Workaholics together. They've all four of them are like best friends.
Yeah,
And then he did What We Do in the Shadows, and that's a fucking. I've heard that show is
it's
like
an
hilarious.
amazing show. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
then yeah, and now he's doing this. It's like, damn, dude, it's got to be good. He's doing it for Netflix, I think. I think that's what it's for. Maybe it's not for
Yeah,
Netflix. Maybe it's syndicated.
Adam Sandler has a deal with Netflix. So,
Yeah. So I was like, dude, then it's definitely gonna be good with Kyle Newacek on it. I
hmm
think they've only really got that one fucking bad thing that like that they did together, which was Game Over Man. But I thought that movie was funny.
I like
Apparently
that
it did.
show or that
Yeah,
movie.
apparently it did bad, but I think it's funny as fuck. And apparently that's really Adam Devine's dick in it. They wanted him to use a prosthetic, and he said no. And he said during the viewing of it, whatever,
hmm
his mom was with them or whatever, and it was right after that scene. She put his hand on his leg and she whispered to him, "I'm so proud of you." It's so funny.
What the
This
fuck?
scene, yeah, like he's just it was hella funny. Oh man. All right, yeah, back to the Fermis.
There's a the Fermis.
I
There's
think that's a
another
new Furby. It's a new Furby brand, more cosmic brand.
the Fermi Furby. Um, there's another theory. It's that interstellar uh, travel limitations. This one suggests that the sheer difficulty and resource demands of interstellar travel might deter even advanced civilizations from attempting it. They
Oh yeah, gas money. That'll do it.
Yeah, with the inflation right now, you know, it's getting hard for everyone. But the vast distances, energy requirements, and potential dangers of traveling through space might make it so these guys, even if they are out there, it's just not worth the effort to come all the way over
Yeah.
here. For what? So they can come on our shithole planet where everybody fights against each other over dumb shit.
Yep.
There's one I was reading. I don't know if you have it on the list. Interstellar trade and contact rules.
Maybe I don't know. Let's hear about it.
Uh, there might be some kind of form of like code or like interstellar laws, like a set of rules for like these civilizations to follow, advanced civilizations. The rules could dictate how and when to make contact with less advanced civilizations, and we might be on the wrong side of these guidelines. Is what it's saying on here.
Yep, the Prime Directive from Star Trek.
Oh, is that what it think?
That's
We might be in a
it.
fucking no fly zone. Like we're not supposed to be
Well,
being
no,
fucked with.
in Star Trek, the whole point of them is to travel the universe and try to find life and document and research and stuff. But the Prime Directive is to not make contact or interfere,
Oh,
It's
which
like what
is
we do with like when we observe animals, like for like TV shows and stuff. Like we'll see a little baby animal, like a little baby caribou, get fucked up by some animal.
yeah, which is crazy because that seems to be all they do in Star Trek is interfere.
That's what they're constantly doing.
well, can you blame them? They got a horny captain, don't they? And one of the things I'm not familiar with it. Isn't Captain Kirk a horny bastard? Or
I
no?
haven't watched Star Trek very much.
I
I
haven't seen
just
the
I know a
originals.
lot
You're
of the
like
stuff.
I like the idea of it more than the actual
No,
show.
I want to watch them all, like because I do like a lot of sci-fi. It's just
I
like
seen that Lower Decks show that looked like it was probably funny, but then I was like, I'm not gonna get most of the references unless I watch all of the Star Trek stuff.
what is that?
Hello?
Hello.
I don't think that was me. It happened when Casey got up.
Yeah, I think he part way unplugged something is what it was.
Okay, that's what it sounded like. I might.
What it?
That yeah, my cord came unplugged.
Okay, I thought it was my cord because mine's fucked up. It's got to be at a I got it wrapped around weirdly because if it slightly like moves from where it's at, it'll start doing that.
So this cat is a really good snuggler, but it just likes to lay on my face.
Speaking of cats, Mike, did you watch my Christmas video?
No.
You bastard. I put it in a group. There's a cat joke in there.
I tried to watch it the other night while I was drinking, but my cooler was on. I couldn't really hear it, and I didn't want to look for my headphones because I'm late. Because I was just sitting in my chair playing video games, okay?
Well,
And I was gonna put it
well,
on it while in between like games or loading or whatever,
I
and
thought it
I
was
couldn't
funny.
fucking hear it.
Matthew told me to make a YouTube channel for it. I was like, I've been throwing them on TikTok, but I don't know how to do social media shit. the
YouTube's like one of the worst. Like unless you like get hit off, but TikTok's probably the best thing if you're trying to get your videos to gain traction because YouTube is just it's hit or miss.
it's gotten the least views out of any of them, but I think it's because it's all Christmas based shit. And I thought it was funny because in my head at the time when I did it, I haven't slept much in the last couple of weeks, but or 1 week. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I put it all like Christmas, like fucking theme shit, and I thought it would be funny if it just started blowing up around Christmas. Blowing up as in fucking just getting a couple more views because nobody cares about my shit.
There's a another theory called technological singularity. This theory suggests that civilizations might reach a point where they undergo a technological singularity, a moment when artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence. Beyond this point, these civilizations might focus inward on digital or virtual realities, losing interest in the physical exploration. Because what's the point if they live in a digital world? Which
Is
is
there
kind of like
Digimon connected to this one? I like Digimon.
Digimon, digital
Digital
monsters.
monsters. I started watching that in the car with my kids during an appointment, and when an episode would end, my Merrick would scream. He's like, "My Pokemon!" I was like, "Well, that's disrespectful."
Smack him with the newspaper.
Digivolve.
No.
Oh man.
There's also a communication breakdown. They say that civilizations may use communication methods that deteriorate or become indecipherable over vast interstellar distances, and it just basically just sounds like background static noise. Sorry, I just gotta.
I put that video on there for Mike to watch.
Here's another one that kind of like falls under the great filter almost. Um, Civilizations might be frequently wiped out by natural disasters such as a supernova, gamma ray bursts, asteroid impacts, or climate changes before they can develop the technology for interstellar
Uh,
travel.
that sounds like us right now. If we don't get
Yeah,
our shit together, it's kind of a scary thought. People suck. Living beings suck.
just
um,
humans, really.
yeah, maybe other civilizations ain't like that, but we're greedy as fuck. I blame
There's.
monkeys.
Did you see that video of the chimp saying "mama"?
No, but I've watched videos of
I don't know if it's real or not. I didn't do any um what do
I
you
watch
call
a
it?
lot.
Other
I watch
information research.
yeah. I the only research I've done on monkeys is I watched the
How to spank him.
or apes and whatever. Yeah. No, I watched fucking a compilation video of women taking pictures with them and them fondling their breasts, and I'm like, that sounds more sexual than it is, but I'm like, I kept watching because I was like, my god, dude, they're fucking perverted as fuck. It's like, is that where that comes from? That species just fucking because if you think of like, if we evolved from other stuff, would I mean male fucking men be as perverted if we were from like fucking lizards or something?
I think monkeys are like one of the or like apes and monkeys and stuff are the only civilizations that they well, not civilizations but
They just
species
take what
that'll
they want.
well, I think they like start wars with each other, they fight with each other. They're like one of the few that actually, like battle it out.
Yeah, that's on. Like it's weird because you think about if we like evolved from anything else, like that fucking old '90s Mario movie where they fucking the people instead evolving from fucking lizards like or some shit dinosaurs. I don't remember what the fuck it was. I can't remember that far back. I just remember like in their world, it was they didn't evolve from monkeys. They evolved from dinosaurs, which is weird because they still take on like primate like whatever the fuck.
Features.
Uh, yeah, but it's like okay, well then they would look more like dinosaurs and not like humans. It makes no sense, but they evolved from dinosaurs
I don't
instead.
know. Birds evolved from dinosaurs and they don't look like anything like they say.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but also
Although
dinosaurs. We're looking at depictions that fucking Jurassic Park made up. Like,
I was gonna say the velociraptors did look a little less ferocious, the actual renderings of
yeah,
them.
if you
I mean,
look
they'd
at
still be
like
scary as
historic
fuck.
as what they like say
A
they
four
would
foot chicken
historically.
chasing you.
Yeah, that's what. Or if you see T Rexes, they look similar to the ones you see in Jurassic Park, but they look more bird like. So it's like I mean the things we see are more lizardy than fucking bird like. I don't know. I've looked at like Google images. I haven't really looked into it like crazy research or anything. I just typed in
What are
like
you talking about?
historically
You're a
accurate T Rex.
paleontologist.
Yeah,
Paleontologist? Is that what it
yeah.
is?
You can say that again.
I had a hard time saying it the first time.
I know that's why
Man,
I said it.
it's fucked up because I can say these words in my head no problem. I can read the words in my head no problem, but when I go to say it is what the problem is.
Yeah, reading things is so much different than fucking having them pop out your tongue. I'm not good with sciencey shit. I mean, we had the
I had a hard time
Kardashev.
saying immunization the other day. I was
I
because I
can't
had to
even say
go.
Kardashev scale.
I had I had to go and to an immunization room inside of a Walgreens, and I was talking to the guy. I was like, I need to get into. I was like immunization. I was like, I was like, I can't say the place where you give the people the shots. I need to get into that room. And then he said, I was like, man, he's made it sound so smooth. And then I had to look up online the phonomics, how to say it. And it was like I almost said photization, immunization. And then after I said that like three times, I was like, okay, I got it down. But I couldn't for the life of me say it. I can read it. I couldn't say it though.
I suck with sciencey shit. I think the Kardashev scale was like the one of the few things that I was actually I don't know, I was like interested in that whole fucking thing. I think it made it easier to fucking I don't know, do shit with. But then any other sciencey thing I can't say. And that includes all sciencey things. It's like biological shit. I don't know. I do pick up things here and there. Like when I was looking at immunization. I can't even say it. Nah, I can't. Fucking
Try it.
immunization. Immuni. Fuck me in my asshole.
Immunization.
Zation. Let's break it down like fucking toddlers. Um,
Immunization.
Zation. When we were looking at shit for vaccine records and everything, I was like, "Oh, pertussin, I know what that is. That's for tuberculosis," and I just said that wrong. Tuberculosis.
Tuber-
My God,
tuberculosis.
dude, TB.
TB.
God damn it, fucking TB. Um,
TB for your knees.
TB for your knees. But I was saying that for my kid, and I seen the pertussin thing on there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's TB," because I was because we've spent so much time fucking talking about it, and then also we did that whole the haunting things, the haunted eating establishments.
Oh yeah, we got TB back in it again.
Yeah, we had TV in there, and they were talking about pertussin, and then that's when I was like, oh, that's what it's called. Like I seen it before, but it doesn't click in my head for some reason. Them mixing up the fucking medication and everything else in one of those stories, I was like, how the fuck do you? How do you mix up shit like that? I think that's what it was. I might be mixing up two different things. I don't know. It's too early for me, even though it's fucking 12.
Yeah,
12:15.
usually I don't know if the listeners will know. Your kid always gives me crazy eyes. I feel like when she looks at on here, like look at her, she's side eyeing me and shit. Can she hear me?
No, she can't.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Baby, close that door for me, please. Thank
she
you.
just did that for no reason.
She does like goofy. She does goofy shit all the time.
She looks like
Close it all the
someone.
way, baby. What?
She looks like a child actor, but I can't put my fucking finger on it. But when I figure it out, I'm gonna send
You
you a
probably
picture.
shouldn't put your fingers on any child.
I thought it was acceptable in Hollywood.
It is.
No, dude,
And those,
I would have to look it up. I'm gonna have to hold on. I think I just
dude, we keep taking these long breaks from the podcast, and we keep losing our grooves because we've been gone for so long.
I don't know. She looks like someone. I was gonna say the little girl from Little Rascals, but that's not. It doesn't look like her. It's someone else. She might look like an adult actor. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait until I see the face again.
The face will pop up.
But back to the thing since
Well,
Mike's back again.
that kept reminding me because it's talking about the whole ape thing. I was like evolving from like dinosaurs and then lizards and dinosaurs. I was like, because then Dexter, they bring up the Dexter like he always says in my lizard brain. What exactly does he mean by that? Mike might know.
I don't know.
I
It's just
think
like lizards think more like methodically. I don't know. He seems to be more fucking he. God, dude, I can't get the words out of my mouth
the
today.
term lizard brain is a metaphor for the parts of the human brain that are shared with lizards, which are reasonable for basic survival urges and body functions.
It makes sense.
brainstems, cerebellum, and basal ganella. I don't know what the hell that is.
That's it. He thinks more like
Ganglia.
methodically and more fucking. Everything is calculated with him, so it's like
I,
he
I,
he
I,
thinks in a logical way without a emotion, just for his for his own survival method. That makes sense with what you just said
I think
because
what
it's
he's
like
getting at is that he only has the basic animalistic tendencies because he can't feel
yeah,
emotions
and
directly.
yeah, he does what he needs to survive. I need to kill people, and I have to. I don't
Well,
know.
it
Put
says
that in my like.
a lizard brain is someone who's selfish, emotional, and necessary.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, well, I thought you said there was survival in it too, or something about
Now,
like
this I might have read that wrong too. That was just a headline thing. I probably
okay. It makes sense because in his brain everything has to be done. It's like
fundamentally the
I
lizard
have
brain
to
only
kill
cares
people,
about
so I have to
itself.
do. Yeah, I have to kill people. I have to do things, whatever. So I have to base my whole life around my hobby of doing this. This necessary hobby I have. It's crucial, and I enjoy it. Or it's like it's necessary, and I enjoy it. And my whole life has to be based around me being careful, thoughtful, planned out for like my selfish behavior. I guess I don't know. Can't
It
get the
says the
words out
lizard
right.
brain might not be the brain's hot new feature, but it remains immensely influential in our perception, memory, and unconscious patterns. Even if we can't individually control our limbic systems when they are triggered and take over through the motion of other stimuli, we can understand the organ's function in general, and that's a gift.
Hmm.
I don't know if that answered any question.
I don't know, dude. I was just talking about fucking killing people. It made Mike hungry, and I don't know what Mike's eating, but it looks delicious as fuck.
I made a sandwich.
You have it wrapped like you got that shit from a deli.
That's because I put a bunch of shit in it like a deli, and it's on a baguette.
Oh, we're back to the baguette. That looks fucking hella good.
So it's a baguette with salami, prosciutto, turkey, olives, pepperoncinis, and then mayo mustard
That looks hella good. Now I'm fucking
and
hungry.
mozzarella cheese.
I gotta go to Chico later. I might end up snagging a fucking pretzel sandwich from Winco. They got sandwiches on pretzel bread, and it's fucking delicious. Especially so if you wait till you get home to fucking heat it up for a couple seconds.
Hmm.
Oh, especially if it's roast beef. I fucking love warm roast beef. Even more so when it comes from Casey's mom's crotch. Love me a good
That
Arby's.
that thing is probably tainted with meth and
Probably
heroin.
moldy. It's got like flakes of green on it. Not
you
just
gotta
your
get
own
off,
mother.
you gotta
Not just your own.
you gotta knock the dust off that snatch.
Not just your own mother, but possibly mine as well. I really hope nobody ever tells her I do a
Yep.
podcast. Oh damn, dude, that does look good.
Are those
Dude, fucking,
pinos on them?
it'd be my luck that my mom hears about this fucking podcast, and then she's like, "Ooh, uh, that
I think
sounds interesting," and she fucking goes through it and she just skims by accident, and it's right to the part where I'm talking about her moldy cooch.
I'm pretty sure your mom's friends with the
I
podcast page.
hardly, probably, that makes sense. Huh, I hardly think my moldy cooch has anything to do with extraterrestrial beings, but whatever.
I'm gonna when this episode drops tomorrow, I'm gonna send her the link on Facebook through the conspiracy page,
Just
and
fucking
I'm gonna
do it.
leave all of that in.
Because there's actually how like we're called the Milky Way galaxy, and there's all these shit. Some are just like based off of specific things. Like one is called the Milky Way, and it's her coochie with the mold on it.
Oh my
Is
god.
how the whole fucking galaxy goes. I gotta stop using that name like that. We just named my fucking the middle name to my kid is the one that I just had is Millie Lou. Now I can't say that name in a fucking nasty manner anymore. I didn't think about that till just now.
We like
That's gross.
bust so many jokes.
Son of a bitch. Nah, I'll just use her full name, Mildred.
Mildred the milkmaid. Um,
Mildred the mildew mound.
what a ugly name, Mildred. I don't like that.
It's why she only goes by Millie. Mildred. She used to get made fun of when she was a kid. They would say she had an old lady name, or they call her Mildew instead of Mildred. So she only goes by Millie.
That's
But
hella funny.
her and Anna's mom wanted their kid. We did like a namesake thing, so it's Millie Lou because
I
her
could
mom's name is Luann.
Is that
I
like
could
Lou
have
Diamond Phillips?
What Luann?
just
Luann
have
Platter from King of the Hill. Because
I
I'm a
could have
fucking
fucked your mom a million times.
what the fuck? You leave my mother alone.
She's a saint.
She's a saint.
Um, where were we at? Oh,
Oh,
cosmic isolation.
Oh, I
Uh,
thought we were talking about pussy-shaped galaxies.
yeah, cosmic isolation. No,
Damn.
no. I mean, this can go with pussies too, but the universe expansion might be driving galaxies away from each other at such a rate that the time civilization, god damn man, develops the means to explore space. The nearest civilization's already too far away to reach or communicate
that's
with.
interesting. I like
So
that.
I like that one too. That one's pretty cool.
That is a very interesting theory.
Why have you not had contact with us since the 60s? Well, you see, the universe spreads like butt cheeks, and we can't quite get.
Spread like your mom's legs
it,
and
it
just
spreads like how would you humans put it? They spread like butt cheeks or your mother's legs. I don't know. Is that not the right analogy? You could have just said it spread like butter. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's the right one.
It's crying. No, that's accurate. Get Major Tom in here to do the rest. I gotta take a sick day. There's been a sick. Oh man.
Man, I love baguettes, but they are fucking chewy.
there's another theory that says advanced civilizations might choose not to explore space for ethical reasons. They might uh, prioritize prioritize other forms of existence or find the idea of space exploration uninteresting or unethical.
Hmm. All those, other species, you know, um, worshiping the big man in the sky. We're like, we can't go up there. That's his spot. You see this? I've used this for a rag for years.
For a rag for
It's
eating
my
and coming in.
yeah, it's my old Mountain Mike shirt.
I just wish that I wasn't coming at
Yeah,
first.
see all the white spots? Yeah, I never wash it. No.
I can't tell what's mayonnaise and what's cum. We'll
Is
do
this
a sniff
horseradish?
test.
No, that
No.
was definitely cum.
That
That's salty.
was a really good sandwich. I tell you what.
What? There's also another theory that says advanced civilizations are unrecognizable. They might be so technologically advanced that we cannot recognize them or their activities as signs of life. They might exist in forms or dimensions that are beyond our current understanding and detection capabilities.
This this
We're like
this this
we're in like a quiet area.
no, this entire like alien species have ascended to a higher form, and they're just like on a different wavelength.
Well, if you follow the Heaven's Gate people,
Yeah.
that's more or less what they believed in. After you died, your body would become a different, like your body was just a vessel while you were on Earth. And once you go to space, you do some shit. I don't remember their whole thing. Um, they might be non-carbon based life. Because this one suggests that we are looking for forms of life that are carbon based, like us, whereas alien life might be on a entirely different
No,
biochemistries,
get
and
away
we
from my
don't
pillows.
recognize or understand. This is what I tried to explain to Matthew too before, because he was like, "Oh, why would they come here if they are that advanced?" Or he's like, or like when he says like, "That's not what I was saying." When he thinks that like they all like everybody is evolving the same way.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's like like oh you don't think there might be a alien civilization of rock people? Like it's entirely possible, Matthew. They might they might do it. Who
Fish
knows?
people, like
Yeah,
the Zora.
yeah. They have a water based planet, so those people develop gills and they can and fin like webbed hands and feet.
Yeah,
You
which
never
we have
know.
a water-based planet, but
But
Yeah, no,
ninety
you meant
percent
like,
water.
yeah,
Yeah, I forget that Earth is 70% water, 75%,
yeah.
whatever it is. Which
Yeah, it's
is,
like,
let me
ew,
see.
water. I don't want to be anywhere near that shit. That's too much water for my intake. For my comfort. They're actually lava people, and they refer not to, they prefer not to go near large bodies of water.
Understandable. I should probably stop doing that.
Hold on a sec, I gotta.
Oh, Phoebe, what you doing?
Wild. So, this 71% of the Earth is water, and the human body is made up to 50 to 75% water. Dun dun dun. Crazy. Oh, but this thing says up to 60%. Blows out my whole theory.
Ha 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 ha.
Whatever. Um, another another theory would be resource limitation,
Hey,
which
no.
in itself in the title you can deduct what that one's about. It's mostly like they don't have enough. Like they might have the technology, but not the resources to
Yeah.
travel as fast distances. Unless that's why they created us to mine these resources for them.
Yep. It's like that terrible movie,
Which one?
Battlefield Earth.
Never seen it.
I think that's what that's about. It's like a Scientology thing.
Scientology is wild to me. We should do an episode on them. We
They'll
should get
kill us all.
what's his Tom Cruise on?
Dude, do you guys remember Braille skateboarding on YouTube? Do you guys ever watch that shit?
Uh,
Big skateboarding channel. Well, the person who owned that channel fired everyone that worked for him and closed down the shop because he gave all of his money away to Scientology. He's now like the leader of the San Francisco branch of Scientology.
that's wild.
Yeah.
I'm
His
over
name
here
is like
looking at
Aaron Pyro.
reasons aliens wouldn't reason aliens wouldn't visit us on like a social level. Fear of contamination, which is hella funny.
I
Didn't we
mean,
just
look
talk?
look what we did to the Native Americans.
Yeah, like they don't want
Conquered
to
them.
come here because they were like, there's always something going on here that they're afraid of getting. The recent COVID-19. I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like Bleep Blark
I mean,
18 that we had back in.
in World of Worlds, it was like the common cold,
Oh,
wasn't
really?
it?
I mean, that could be a fucking. I mean, how funny would that be? They don't want to get the common cold because that shit would wreck their immune
Well,
system.
like in World of Worlds, it was like our bacteria. Like it was like, yeah, that killed them. Phoebe, get off my fucking
Shit
pillows.
here would just fucking massacre them. You guys remember Mass Effect? I love those games. I can't
You
remember.
know, it kind of it kind of
What
doesn't
are
make
they called?
sense in World of the Worlds though, because they were buried underneath the Earth already. So when did our germs seep in?
They were like sealed or something like that. I don't
Oh,
know.
I'd have to
But
Yeah,
read
that's
dude,
how
more.
war. Wait, that's how
they
War of
had
the World ends. Hold
they
on.
had the most
Well, I
advanced
know
Ziploc. They had the most advanced Ziploc baggies ever. They
it
just
was
sealed
triple
themselves.
sealed.
Triple seal. I'll be right back.
All right, let's get back to the podcast though, cause it's already 1:30.
Oh shit, it is. Um, I was reading this thing here. Historical lessons. They might have historical experiences about the negative consequences. Like they teach it in their history books that they've had bad interactions.
Oh, with us.
Yeah, or just with visiting less advanced civilizations. So they're told to only observe and only be in contact with more advanced civilizations and only observe like lesser ones. I think we already basically said that. Kind of don't interfere with like
Don't
lesser shit.
mingle among the commoners.
But it might be like a historical thing they learn about. It's like we've once interfered with lesser fucking civilizations, and it could have ended up in a violent way, or there was nothing to gain, but like I don't know, fucking with our shit. You were saying it earlier about the whole
They learn about Roswell. They're like they took our families and held them captive and cut them open just to see what was in them.
they
Why?
took they took fucking bleep blurp. We needed him.
They killed our president.
These aliens aren't teaching us how to how to get these flying objects up in the air. And it turns out that it was like the aliens that were flying them because they crashed. They were actually part of the janitorial staff on the ship, and they drunkenly took out the mini pods out for a test run drunk.
Careful,
And
Gogo.
that's why like they're getting talked to. Like the advanced ones know how to communicate with us, but not the janitorial staff who doesn't even speak the same alien language as it's the equivalent to people that don't speak the same language. Uh, you know, you run
I
into
get what
like
you're saying.
Hispanic people, yeah, and stuff. That's the equivalent. Like these guys don't even speak the same language as the people on the ship that they took off with. They only know like keywords, and they're very racist towards these other aliens. And they're the ones that got drunk and decided to pilot the ships down to Earth during the Roswell thing. So they can't even speak the main language on the ship, let alone ours. So the equivalent of porque.
¿Por
¿Por qué?
qué?
But on this like fucking yeah, they just like have no idea because they're actually like they were immigrant workers put on these ships that are getting paid less than whatever wages because you can't put it past other planets doing grimy shit to people of their world too.
Drink.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that could be true though. Could be teaching each other like or historically hasn't gone well. Something is fucked up, so it's like we're not at a stage in our like civilization.
To be
They're
messing with
waiting
these.
till we get at least hit that type one civilization. Is that the right one for the card ship?
I
Where
think
we can
so.
harness the power of our sun before they would actually start getting in contact with us. Once we start being
I
able to
mean,
do
we
shit like
do
that.
do that. It's called solar power. It's been around for a while.
Well, I mean a more intense level of it.
Harvesting the full energies of our
We're
sun.
we're considered a point whatever the fuck on the Kardashev scale. Like we're not.
We were pretty high up. Oh,
Yeah,
not really, but like
but
we're
we're
almost
like a
to a one.
0.7 or a 0.8 or some shit
I think
like
it was at
that.
8.
Yeah. We're not a full on one. I think they're waiting. I mean, they obviously call it something else, like a fucking blurple fucking scale or some shit like that. But until we can actually start harnessing like shit, like yeah, so we can like harness the power of our own star. I don't think anybody's fucking with us.
Hmm.
Like full fucking harness it. They're waiting until we hit that one first. Then they're gonna come down. They're gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? We've been here this whole time. We were waiting until you guys got on that level. We're waiting for you guys to be done about fighting about your skin color and start doing stuff that would benefit your entire species. Yeah, maybe stop using fucking fossil fuels to destroy everything. You know." Nice to meet you. I'm Glarble. This is my
I
friend,
love fossil fuels.
Glorble. I fucking
Drill,
all
baby,
of them.
drill.
Little baby drill. Just fucking drilling and drilling and drilling. I'm Glarble. This is Blurble. We're lovers slash colleagues. We're here to welcome you to the Intergalactic Federation. Nice to
Dude,
meet you.
do
This
you
is
remember?
cool.
Do you remember that episode of South Park when they go to when they find out that they're a TV show,
Yeah, dude. That
and then they
when
go to
when
that
I
one
first
thing?
watched that as a
It's
kid,
like, oh my
I was like,
god,
"What if we
I
are?"
can't believe we sucked each other's jag-ons.
Oh yeah, suck on my jagon. Oh yeah, stick your finger in my thrusher. um, anybody else think that they were oddly fucking
Jewish.
Jewish? Yeah. As a kid, when I
TV
watched that,
TV
I was like,
execs,
"My
you know.
God, what if that's why we have deja vu? Because we keep reliving shit." That kind of plays into like a simulation thing. But then sometimes I sit on the toilet for like 45 minutes taking a fucking
Poop.
weird, thinly long shit sometimes, and I'm just scrolling through social media. I was like, "There's
The
no way
poopies.
anybody's entertained by me doing this."
But Joseph, what if time is different for us? Like it's like us equivalent to us playing The Sims when they go take a shit in the bathroom. It's only a few seconds, but to
Ooh,
the
that,
character it might be an
that's true.
actual time.
Like they're not
It's like a
enjoying
time
watching me
dilation kind of
do.
deal.
Yeah, they're not enjoying watching me doing the act. It's just essential for whatever game they're playing. Not a TV show, rather a
You
game.
act like it's live. No, it's they're a little bit ahead so that they can cut out the stupid shit.
Yeah, that's true. It's like where's this character been? Like when you're watching a TV show and you haven't seen one of your favorite characters in a scene for a while, they're really taking a weirdly thin dump while scrolling through Facebook.
Do you have problems with your bowels? No.
Occasionally when I'm not eating correctly, yes, I've had some weirdly thin poops.
You know, like thin poops, beer shits. When is it solid? No.
It wasn't just a little bit ago either, and I think it's because I drank some of these dollar shots here. I haven't been drinking that much, so my poops have been solid, but I haven't been pooping as frequently as I was when I was drinking nonstop. I keep on and off drinking.
It's called binge drinking, and it's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'll stop for a period of time and then I'll go back to it. But I've only drank a few times this week. I've actually felt a lot better than I have in a while. Not as bloated.
I've been drinking a lot this week, more than I have.
Is that to get yourself talk yourself through gay sex?
No, not this
No,
time.
not this.
No.
I'm not ready for society to know me in that light yet. To see me
No,
in that light yet.
it's just been like I've had some. I've have been off work lately because I
Mm.
finished the job that I was doing, waiting for another job to go,
I've been
um, and looking for
nonstop.
another job, and pretty much it's just like I've had some free time, and like when I'm worked out in the sun every morning, I don't really want to drink that much because it's like
Mm.
dehydrated all fucking day.
So you're like, when I'm not stroking cats, I'm stroking bottles. Yeah, no. Uh,
Dude, I took this
yeah.
cat in, this one that looks like Smokey, um, and they're like, "How old is she?" I'm like, 11. She goes, "Oh, 11 months." I said, 11 years. She goes, "Oh my god, that's an old cat." I said, "Yeah." Like
Casey, how long did your guys' cat live?
20 years.
Smoky for
Fucking
hell
yeah.
long.
I think Nick said she was like 21 when she died. 21 or
Every
That's
22.
time I
insane.
every time
Dude, she
I'd
was
see her,
old as fuck.
I'd be like, every time I'd come visit, I'd be like, damn, that cat's still alive. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nick took really good care of her.
Yeah, I know he
Like
loved
Nick
that cat to
Nick told
death.
me
I
that
just couldn't.
that cat ate better than he did for a long time.
Yeah, that motherfucker lived off of bologna and mayonnaise sandwiches for like fucking ever.
I mean,
He
he is
probably
pretty
still
white.
does.
No,
I mean, it's
he makes a
practical.
lot of rice and chicken now.
Does he? I mean, that's still pretty cheap too. I mean, it's healthier than bologna mayonnaise
Dude,
sandwiches.
rice and chicken's super fucking cheap.
Yeah, rice and chicken is
Especially
fucking.
if you do
Especially if
what
you
I
get
do and
that
you pretty
chicken
much
from
only
Winco.
I only buy like
What?
whole chickens because I can break them down real fast,
I'm gonna
and
keep
they're
plugging
always not
Winco.
at the most money that they ever are is 99 cents a pound.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm usually getting them for like 69 cents a pound and shit. So it's like I'll buy 2 whole chickens for like $8, and I'll feed my fucking family that night.
And it's super fucking healthy for you. I mean, from
Yes.
what I understand, compared to pork and beef. I don't know. That's what I've been told. I love chicken. We had homemade chicken sandwiches last night, and they're fucking bomb. Except for I put too much seasoning on them because I was on robot mode. I was listening to the Riverside Murder, a podcast about him, and I was just spacing out, half awake, and I just over seasoned everything. I even poured milk on the counter instead of a cup. And I got
So
so
you
fucking
you
mad at
fried the
myself.
chicken yourself, or how'd you make it?
Oh, it was just in the oven. We just,
Oh, nice.
yeah, let it bake and then flip it for the last 5 minutes and then put cheese on the top of it. And it's fucking good. And then onions and tomatoes and lettuce and fucking
Nice.
pickles.
the The best chicken sandwich I ever made was
They were
I
just really,
brined
they were
I
just chicken
brined
breast.
it in
Chicken
uh,
breast too. It wasn't anything like
yeah.
fucking super special, but it was good.
I
Put a little
marinated it
cayenne on
in
'em.
it with some like salt water and like tons of seasonings and stuff. So like a brine, but like tons of seasonings in it. And then I fucking fried it, dredged it in flour and shit, and fried it. And then I made homemade buns. Like I made bread that day. I made buns and then made my own mayo with tons of like a bunch of seasonings, MSG and shit in it. And dude, it was so fucking bomb. Homemade pickles. It was the whole thing was homemade except for the mustard.
Um,
Or if some
sounds
people
good.
wanted mustard in it, and there's mustard in mayo, but like a
Mm.
little bit, or you put like lemon juice or I don't know, but
Oh, dude, I've been
yeah,
putting fucking
and then like
lemon
the hot
pepper on
hot sauce
everything.
I didn't make either, so
I've been
almost though,
putting ta- I've been putting tahini and lemon pepper on fucking everything I've been making lately.
dude. Tahines, yeah, that's
Oh man, dude, I fucking love it. I love it so much. Casey, you got more of the thing? Sorry.
I was just gonna ask you guys if you guys had anything else you wanted to
I put
add on in.
I decided to get on the old handy dandy chat GBT and ask if it knew any funny reasons why aliens wouldn't visit us. And it said bad reviews. They might have read some less than stellar reviews about Earth on intergalactic travel websites and decided to skip it. Avoid it says avoid the third rock from the sun, terrible traffic and unstable weather, which makes me laugh because my god, dude, fucking triple digit heat here in California, like just fucking that just like drop by. It's like, nah, dude, I'm not trying to get a dark gray tan. I guess I wouldn't call it a tan, a dark gray. I don't know.
might call it a
It's
tan. I don't
still
fucking
be
know.
a tanning. Doesn't
Oh
matter
yeah,
what color they are.
that's true. Lost GPS signal. Maybe their advanced interstellar GPS systems took a wrong turn. Now they're hopelessly lost in the galaxy trying to find their way back to Earth. That one's not that funny. Um, alien travel bureaucracy. We kind of touched on that, so that one's not really that funny.
Yeah.
Space traffic jam. The galaxy might be experiencing a massive space traffic jam. Aliens could be waiting for the cosmic congestion to clear before they can make their visit.
That's
That's weird.
dumb.
Everybody we've seen now for like all these years is just people that were in front of the line, like
Or just in the fast lane, they're
in the fast
carpooling.
lane of the. uh,
They're in the carpool lane.
oh, here's the South Park one: Alien reality TV. They might be too busy Oh wait, binge watching their own versions of reality TV and are too distracted by intergalactic soap operas to bother them visiting. Never mind. I thought that was touching on the South Park thing. That would have been hilarious. They might have sent us an invitation to visit them, but it got lost in the mail or translated poorly. Still waiting for us to RSVP. That's so stupid.
These are very like stupid, non
They are.
not
That's what I
stupid jokes.
I just asked, what are some comical reasons? I asked ChatGPT, what are some comical reasons they wouldn't want to show up? I've never asked ChatGPT funny questions before. Usually, I ask ChatGPT for lists or websites of stuff. Usually.
These are the kind of jokes that your neighbor William tells you while he's mowing his lawn.
uh, Cosmic Comedy Club. Maybe they've decided Earth is just too much of a comedy of errors, and they're waiting for us to get our act together before making a visit. That really does just kind of touch on like some of the violent shit we were talking about. It's like, it's too dangerous. Space allergies. We've already kind of
Oh, we
touched
kind
on
of
that
talked on
too.
that when Mike was talking about War of the Worlds.
Yeah, we talked about it on a serious one. Oh, this one's talking more on a. It's talking more about allergy based stuff, like having allergic reactions to like
All
our
fucking
our
aliens are
floor.
deathly allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, the atmosphere or flora, Earth's atmosphere or flora. It's saying on there they are just allergic to fucking peanuts or something that we use more in every like butter or something. They're afraid everything's covered in fucking butter. Nah, dude, they use it for everything, man. They outline their houses in it, or maybe salt's more of a better example. I don't know. Interstellar pranks. Aliens might be playing an
Salt would be a
elaborate
bad
prank
one
on us.
because dude, we're covered in salt water, and then we put
Oh
salt in
yeah,
like almost all of our food,
we do.
and
Everything's
we
covered.
use it
They
for
they
preserves.
actually they foam up like snails. They can't come to our planet. And they have yet to find the technology to have anti-salt suits because even their technology is based in shit that foams like salt, foams like snails when salt touches it. Even their spaceships.
Oh my god! Can't crash land into the sea, I guess.
Fuck this, dude. Dude, they outline their houses with it. I swear to God. Or I swear to. Dude, don't swear. Don't use his name in vain, dude. I wouldn't use his name in vain, dude. I swear to. This is real shit. Um, Interstellar pranks. Aliens might be playing an elaborate prank on us, hiding their presence to see how long it takes for us to notice or figure it out.
That I could believe.
That would be hella funny.
It would
Uh,
be.
Alien fashion trends. They could be waiting for the latest space fashion trends to
Oh my
come into
god,
style before they make an appearance. Earth's current
that's
fashion
dumb.
might just not be in yet. That is stupid. Cosmic selfies. They might be too busy taking selfies with their own cosmic landmarks and haven't gotten around to visiting us yet. Their social media feed is probably full of photos of nebulas and black holes. That one sucks. I think that was it, unless we can find a couple more here. I want to see if they got alien dog walking. They might be too busy walking their pet space
Oh my
dogs. That
god,
one's
that's
stupid.
yeah. There's a lot of stupid ones in this.
They
What's
could be
the
waiting for
music?
Cosmic
What
Reality
was
Check
that?
to see if Earth's reality
That
TV
was my
show is
thing on
worth the
accident.
hype. Oh, that one is the South Park one. They could be waiting for a
The
Cosmic Reality Check to see if Earth's reality TV show is worth the hype before making an appearance. Making an appearance.
cameo.
Universal Universal Netflix. They could be glued to a galactic streaming service like Universal Netflix, and Earth's programming just isn't compelling enough to interrupt. That's the same thing. Uh, let's see if there's a.
Some motherfuckers always be trying to ice skate uphill.
Maybe they had a plan to invade but got the coordinates mixed up and are currently targeting a less hospitable planet, like an asteroid belt. That's stupid. Oh, man. Space travel fatigue. They could be dealing with severe space travel fatigue and are taking an extended nap before embarking on new journeys. That's stupid. Perhaps they've been summoned for interstellar jury duty and can't leave their home planet until the case is resolved. There's a whole fucking planet. They might have lost their way back to their spaceship after a cosmic shopping spree and are stuck in. Okay, now they're just getting really dumb. All right, Chat GBT, you've lost my interest. I'll never ask you for a funny thing again. Although the
My
prank thing is hilarious. They're just hiding. They're waiting for us to find them. Like that's funny to them. They're playing the long con. Ah, we've been here the whole time. Ah, you got us. All right, come out, Biden, and he just shapeshifts into a fucking lizard person. Ah, okay, we'll leave
Oh
now.
god.
Mr. E.T. You fucking Mr. T.E.T.
oh yeah, I just saw that on Facebook. That's what that video noise was because I didn't know it was a video. I thought it was a picture, so I clicked on it and then sounds happened, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" So I had to screenshot it. But my favorite theory out of all these ones, I would have to say, is the cosmic isolation one, and that's the one where the universe is expanding and driving galaxies further away from each other faster than we can keep up with our technology to explore these other planets. And so I think that one I can get behind the most. But in
Yeah.
any,
The
but
yeah,
all of
that
them, they,
technology one. Yeah.
I was gonna
Or you
say,
were
but
talking
all,
about the expanding universe.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but all of these theories could be plausible. There's not one wrong. I don't know about Joseph's, but
Yeah. Oh, they're walking their
I'm really
dog.
I
but I
think I'm
mean,
waiting
there's
on
there's a possibility for
Chat
everything. So
GPT's prank one.
No, I'm a
that'd be hella funny.
there's two that I would believe like very heavily. Possibly three, but two for sure. And that being the ever expanding universe one. That one is just fascinating to me because I've always thought of the universe expanding into nothingness, not putting space between us and something else, but just constantly keep going away from us. But if it was like an expanding in a way where it's creating greater distance between us and the edge and all that, I think that would be interesting. Sorry if I was getting really quiet there because I s- miming with my hands while I talked. I'm holding the microphone, so I'm being stupid. Um, and the other one would be that they just don't. They may have found out the technology how to space travel, but they don't have the fucking resources. It's just too expensive to do it. It's not worth it. And then one that I've always kind of believed in is the zoo theory, where they're just
that one
observing.
that one's a good one. I think that's the one Matthew would most believe in too. Is
I
And
do
as
just
like
far
the
as
dark theory one as well, or the dark
yeah,
forest one as well, where other
I'm gonna advocate for Matthew
civilizations
because
are not broadcasting their locations.
yeah, and as far as the zoo theory goes, I'm not saying that they're coming to our planet to fucking observe us. I'm saying they are observing us. They don't need to fucking be here to do that. They
yeah,
probably have the
yeah, that's what I'm
technology to
saying.
do it without
That
that.
one
You know.
makes the most sense. That's the Mr. Bickernicks, his book thing. He was talking about like why the fuck would they need to come here and fucking physically touch us? Like when
Yeah.
he had that whole thing in the book where the guy's arguing with the guy doing the radio show, which is
Yeah,
funny when he told us that was based off of an actual person he knew, which is hilarious.
yeah, we literally broadcast ourselves to the fucking universe. So
Yeah,
it's like they wouldn't need to try hard. They would see stuff that we've already sent out, but
they'd shake their
um
head watching our TikTok videos and it just
yeah. But it
all
could
right, let's
be
go
like
somewhere else.
they could have a way better telescope than us or a different technology that would like give them a in real time fucking display of us somehow, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, I think that one, and then tying in with like they have a whole history of messing with earlier civilization things.
Mhm.
Like oh, it's always ended bad for them and us when we mess with them when they're at their certain state, and maybe only messing with us once we get a little more advanced, like hitting the one on the Kardashev scale. Like when we can fully harness shit and we start getting outside of our own like maybe after a little bit after that. I have a hard time remembering the shit, but I mean, once we start doing other shit, um, I don't know.
Go put a pillow on that kid's face. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no,
Oh, Mr. Joseph has a newborn, so that's what you guys hear in the background.
Yeah. He
It is
told
what
him
it
to
is.
be quiet during the podcast, but that bitch just don't listen. No. Did you hear that?
we need a muzzle. uh, um, uh, but yeah, between that, I'm trying to, and I can't fucking think of what they're called.
Yes, you can. I believe in you.
Those whatever sphere things.
The Dyson
Ah,
spheres?
Yeah, the Dyson spheres. You know, they're like, well, just wait till they get a couple Dyson spheres floating around there, and then we can go and talk to them. It's fine. Yeah,
That'd be dope.
I think I believe more in the fucking the zoo. thing than anything. Honestly, I agree with Mike on that one.
There's three highly believable ones for me. If
There's multiple, like there's
yeah,
one. A lot of them make sense.
if there's
The one
observation
that
being
doesn't
made,
make
it
sense
would
is that they don't fucking exist at all.
yeah, if there's observation being made, it would be the zoo one. Um, but as far as one that they know that there's life here and they're trying to learn about us. But as far as like not knowing and possibly just exploring ever expanding universe is a good theory, and then the just resources to not be able to get this fucking far, you know.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
Because
we'd
I
be in a
doubt they
fucking.
would just be like, "Oh, go straight here." No, there's probably some kind of like research sweeping team, you know,
We
if
could
there
very
is
well.
something like that, and we just like are out of reach from their own capabilities when it comes to uh resources, whether it be fucking whatever source they use as fuel or just whatever source they use to build the damn things to last that long.
We could very well be in a fucking blind spot. Just like very out there reach and a blind spot where people not only can't get to us, but we can't be
The
seen
tiny
either.
Kia Sorento in the blind spot of the
We're
truck.
just very weird fucking spot. Nobody cares to explore.
Mm.
We're in like the outskirts, the Badlands, if you will.
Hmm.
Badlands into the Badlands. Yeah, because actually between we're actually in the center of a bunch of hostile planets, and nobody wants to go to any of them. Like, there's a bunch of hostile races that they've already fucking done dealt with, and we're like in the fucking like mid the center of all of them. Nobody wants to fucking whatever because you have one where they've gone to fucking war with who's discovered where they're at or something. All right, you have this fucking like Omni Man's like fucking what are their people called? Like that shit. There's that whole fucking thing where they're enslaving planets and stuff that they don't really care about ours because we evolved from monkeys and they're just like that's stupid as fuck. Leave them alone. They'll destroy themselves soon enough. And then you have another one that's just filled with fucking intergalactic serial rapists and nobody wants to deal with that. Damn. So it's like we're just behind. We're just this weird fucking civilization that's behind all of these different ones that are fucking notoriously bad throughout the fucking known universe, and nobody cares to fucking like look at us.
Look at me!
Look at us.